Hello, what's going on, folks? It's like Wednesday. Damn, I got my cover over here, keep my little toes warm. Cause my toes is cold. Ah, shit, I thought I was showing y'all my feet, but I can't turn it around, you know. But they look like my nails. Doo-doo, doo-doo. Since people be saying they like my nails, you know. And I never know what I'm gonna get. I don't necessarily have something particular that I ask for. And they say, what do you want done? I say, I don't care. I say, I don't care because, like, you don't match your nails with everything you wear. So, why? I just, care that I got my shit done. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I was going to, I don't know if I want to call it addressing folk, but let me say, hello, my name is Kyosha, and my nickname is Kiki. But if there are too many Kikis around, my nickname is Buddha. And I am a high priestess, empress, hierophant, a queen, and a king, all the little stuff of sis. I always got some stray hairs that just want to all over my damn head. Oh gosh. One day I think people will see what I am talking about right now. And I just want people to think, And I don't know where you get your logic from, or, well, I do. The devil. The devil gonna try. You know what I'm saying? The devil gonna try. But this is what I want to say. I've had a lot, or a decent amount, of people that have came to my home, lived in my home, that my mother and father, which are not together, okay, separate homes, and have sheltered a lot of you guys. They have taken on the role a lot of times as your mom or as your dad. They have been the voice of reason for you, and fed you, gave them the shirt off your back. They did anyway. They gave you theirs. Some literally, especially with my brother. And, if I would see anybody kind of just treating any of those folk bad, I would have something to say. Now I know I'm calm, on this video. I know I can get rowdy. I know I can just light into your ass if I need to. And I know my words are powerful, not just because of what's up now. They was powerful way back when. You know what I mean? But I didn't have as much, I want to say, tact. You know what I'm saying? Like I do now. I don't care to necessarily understand. Okay? What was going through your mind at the time when anybody was giving you like these thoughts and these plans to do certain shit to me and my people. What I want you to care about is, was it worth it? You know? And you might have had a good run. Some of y'all, 5 years, 2, 3 years, 10 years, 12, 20, 30. Hell, some my whole 45. You know? Now, I want you to just do the math. Let's just say it's a school. Just pick a high school. And all the people in the high school is probably like, I don't know, maybe a couple of thousand or something like that. Right? And let's say throughout my lifetime, that's how many people I came across. And that's still a small number. But I'm just going to say that that's the amount of my enemies. Or let me use what God used. And I don't know if I shared this on film before, or what is this, video before. You know, after I asked God to knight me, baptize me, make me Christ conscious, you know, whatever the fuck you gotta do. I don't have to know all the right words and any of that shit. Just do it, because I got something to do outside. You feel me? Especially when they alerted me. And I want y'all to understand, that was my real prayer to God. I shortened it up some, but it was straight to the point. Now, what I mean by I don't have to know all the right shit to say, meaning any Bible you got, you can recite some word for word, but you'll say to yourself, if I fuck up a word, I'm fucking up my blessings, right? Nah, your intentions fuck up your words and your blessings. You know what I'm saying? My intentions was to protect myself and to protect these children that I had in my house. And I had to look at the fact, broad daylight. And I said, man, these folks is brave on a different type of level. And I felt my devil rise. Like it rose when I was a teenager. You know? As God, the angels, and the ancestors were cluing me in on what was going on. You know? I want you to really understand. After I said what I needed to say to God, I never heard words so clear in my life. God said, I've been waiting to get these motherfuckers. And I said, say word. You finished? Really? I think you only want to come in here when I'm on the phone.
No, goodbye.
That young lady just left out of here. She was home. She was also home for another death that happened at my house. I wasn't going to let that happen again. you know. I knew the psychological trauma that could cause a child. While y'all worried about me, I was worried about my nieces and nephews. I could care less if I lived or died. But I made sure, just like I make sure every time, I'm going to live. Because I also thought further into the future. If I don't live, these children don't have a chance. Because it's adults in a black vehicle with all black on, coming after me. And because 2 or 3 kids is here, what they gonna do? Take them? Nah. I made sure to say to God, I need you to do what you always do. Motherfuckers, turn my light off. Turn that bitch back on. So I can get my ass back up, whooping ass. I don't care how many times they do it, you do it. God said, I got you. It's all right. And we had other talks after the situation. And Mother and Father God said to me, you got a lot of enemies. They come from your past. And even though that shit was serious as fuck, and yeah, these are celestial beings, from angels to ancestors to gods, in between both of my ears and my third eye. I still responded like, oh shit, people can do that? You know? And then immediately I thought in my brain, this what the fuck you doing with your time? Like, yo, what the fuck? You know? And I got hot. You know what I mean? Because God did let me know that this was people doing this to me. You know what I'm saying? It won't no mistake because my address was given. Okay? And that made it even worse. More pissed off. More than I ever been in my entire life. And I was ready to fight whoever. I didn't care who none of y'all was. Who your mama, your daddy, famous, not, don't fucking matter. I didn't care. You know? But when God decided to tell me, when I came back in the house, and they said they gotta feed me with a long wooden spoon, because there's a lot of information that they're gonna need to tell me. And I was still in that fight mode. You know? In my third eye, God showed me a boxing ring. I was in boxing attire. Okay? I look out there in the crowd, I'm like, man, alright, I guess this is pretty cool. This was my future gonna be. You know what I'm saying? But God was like, you ready? And I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to break. Even though he's showing me I'm still active. You know what I'm saying? But I look at my opponent, and it is myself. That was different. I was confused. God said, Remember that other part of yourself, you know, that people don't like? I said, oh, the little devil in me. No, yeah, you're right. They don't like that at all. Like, not my mouth, not my attitude, not, me whooping no ass, nothing. They say, that's from the devil, I'm the devil. I'm from the devil, whatever. They kick me out, blah, blah, blah. Or shit. God said, pick it up. That's me. He said, you're going to need it. All of that came through you. And when I would tell you, don't ever let the devil disrespect you, that's me. You enlighten these people that when they got their little devil in them, it's me. God is the one that defends you. It's not a devil. That's God. The real devil, it was the ones out there in that motherfucking car that decided to do that shit and thought they was going to get away with that in the motherfucking broad ass daylight. Don't get the shit twisted. So whatever a person can think about another person, whatever you see another person do, it ain't none of your business. If you don't understand that difference, you get what I'm saying? Because all my life, that's what I've been doing, defending my motherfucking self. While a lot of motherfucking people calling me the damn devil. But you the devil, starting the shit, instigating the shit, putting the shit in place, setting up all the fuckery and carrying the shit out. And then my name get attached to shit even when I ain't even in that state. Even when I don't live there no more. Even if I ain't hanging with them people no more. Even if I ain't even call nobody to start something, nobody have my number again, and they ain't fucked this dude or seen this person in 10, 12, whatever the fuck years. Because if it was a nigga that I used to mess with, it's been plenty of times I roll up on a nigga house and he be like, yo, my girl here. I be like, okay, hey, how you doing? I just need to talk to him for a sec. We cool. I'm sure you probably told him about me. If not, what up? I'm Kiki. Shit don't bother me. I don't get bent out of shape about a lot of shit. But when God said, that's what you're going to need, I was happy as a motherfucker. And let me explain what I mean by that. Because people used to tell me that my little self and my pretty self, I shouldn't talk like that. I shouldn't act like that. I shouldn't do this or that. And I need to respect this and respect that. And why did I go off over here? Whatever. And then they see that snap. That straight fuck you up. I never, not once. I want to say hi. You want to say hi?
Yep. Hello.
So you want to,
Hello.
Her hair was done. Newsflash. If it ain't in some braids or something like that, she don't want to keep that shit done.
Oh boy.
Energy for days. That whooping I would give people, I ain't never had no remorse afterwards at all. didn't care to apologize if I got kicked out of a house or a town or a school. It's okay. Even with principals and teachers and students, they be like, I'm going to tell your mama or your daddy. I already called them. You know, I have to defend myself. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, regardless. If I have people around me or if I don't. And I tell you something that is very true. When I was going on my spiritual journey and I wanted to denounce that part of myself because people were telling their opinion about it. And they would see that other people would start things, say things, push my buttons, get in my personal space, you know. But because whether it was my wit, my smartness with my mouth, or when I land that punch just right and knock your ass out, I was in trouble. You know, all the time. Do you know how liberating it felt when God was like, bring that part of yourself back? Because I threw my defense mechanism away. I had subdued my own, what I thought, devil. And because of what everyone else said about me when they would see it, I believed it. And I shouldn't have at all. You know? But I did get to a point out of high school where I was just like, I don't want to be fighting going into college. You know? If you saying dumbass shit, asinine shit, if you always on some fuck shit, if you don't know how to go out and have a good time without having to cuss somebody out, or you want to get in a fight, or you tripping over because of who the fuck this nigga is with. Did all that shit in high school. You know? And when it was going to spill over into my college time frame, I remember one of the men that supported this, I can say like Jay, because I dated a lot of J's. So, what up? But, man, did we argue. We fought too. And he seen my bad ass. You know? And I would come home just telling my mama about the fight or whatever. Sometimes my fights would spill over our fights into where I live. Sometimes they go up and down the street. And people would call the police. And I never was the type to be like, I'm going to get this man locked up. Never. Now I think about it, I probably should have, because he probably would have calmed down on this fuck ass nonsense with this bullshit. But I never did. You know. When the police would ask me, I said, no, I'm all right. They'll ask him. And he'll be looking like he want to. And I said, go ahead. That's what you want to do. I realized then, no fear. He didn't press any charges. Mind you, this happened with us several times. I'm young, you know. So, I'm not bragging on how bad I was. What I'm mainly talking about is I was like 4'11", 110 pounds. You think the fuck I ain't gonna defend myself? Hell fuck yeah. You think I'm gonna let somebody take me down? Hell fuck no. And I like living. So that's a guarantee for me. And I realized too, like how people start shit just because, you know. But when God showed me the other side to myself, I gladly walked over there and I merged with my lower self. And even though I called on God and God answered, I knew automatically that was my higher self. And so when I picked my lower self back up, because I had denounced her, balance. And I'm going to tell you something I used to tell my mother. I don't think I ever really said it to my dad. But I told my mom, I said, you know, I used to get anxious or kind of nervous when people would want to fight me. And first parts of myself, it'll be like, because I don't want to fight my friends. And then other parts of myself, it was like, what the fuck is this shit over? You know, because I'm getting in fights all the fucking time. And then the other part of myself be like, fuck it. You know, I gotta defend myself. You know what I'm saying? And I would do that shit, but I would get anxious. And the anxiety would turn into like I don't know, adrenaline rush, excitement, or something like that. But I told my mom, I said, you know, Mom, when I used to fight, I felt good afterwards. I ain't had no anxiety, no depression, none of this crazy ass shit. I realized it was because of the suppression. And not releasing, you know, the feeling. Whether it was physical, emotional, still a feeling. You know. And I always would monitor how I feel after certain situation, any situation really. Because I would want to capture the feeling. You know, because I thought to myself, when I used to be sick, even if I'm too sick to talk, I want to be able to alert a motherfucker on the feeling. I can write that shit down. Okay? But I was excited. And I realized when I was trying to be nice, positive, and oh goody goody all the time and just stepping fetching motherfucker. God damn. I was and I had stopped drinking. Ooh, people was starting to look ugh. I was like, oh, they get on my fucking nerves. And then I won't smoking no more. Shh. Anger immediately. It was like that shit. And then I realized when I was younger, I didn't smoke or drink. You know? If I did, I snuck something, but it won't like a lot of night. But I'm saying I was having those same feelings. Hype, anger, just, but alert. Because, people fucking nuts. And when I was getting older and I was being nicer, that shit took a toll on me. Not expressing myself. Not just reacting on the instinct to whoop your ass. Like, it was like my old self. As soon as that instinct come, boom, tag your ass. And just when I didn't even react like that, and check a motherfucker or just make sure a motherfucker respect who I am, or somebody trying to hit me up in some shit. I felt it. And you get like mental disorders from holding things in internally. You gotta let that shit out. And I understood why God showed me the boxing ring. At first I didn't. It's like, even if I, the responsible thing is not going backwards to like whoop on people's ass when they do fuck shit. Join a boxing ring. Join a fight club that's not illegal. You know what I'm saying? Join something that's gonna teach you some shit, get you back in shape, and be able to control your anxiety, depression, anger, even your drugs, your drinking, whatever. Like, I got control over all that stuff. But I saw the different ways where I could lose control. And then I saw the way where I did lose control. Was I just dumped the other part of myself. And I knew, I wasn't supposed to do that. But I had this trick that I would do. If I said to myself I didn't want to remember how to do something, I wouldn't. But I would do it. It's kind of like set it and forget it. And so it was like, man, if I wanted to get my, I don't know if I want to call it anger or any other umph or whatever, that no holds bar back, I ain't know how. And then I had built up my tolerance, so it was harder for people to get me mad. And even though I would congratulate myself on that, I realized when I had so much bent in, I need to get it out. And it would take some real serious shit for it to come out. And when it rose, I remember when that shit happened, man. My reaction, instant. You know, just instant. I meant like fucking seconds. I'm looking you dead in your face. Hop a couple of times, bop, bop, bop. Done. And it's like we ain't having this conversation again. You know, if it was a dude, it might take a little bit. But when that shit rose, it scared me. It's a different type of fear. And the reason why it scared me at that time was because when you are older and you're more mature, you can understand your power. And I understood it immediately. And I said, oh shit. I remember it like it was yesterday. You know. And so to everybody that I was hanging with in my past, and I didn't even like go off on you, oh, I was real super ass motherfucking nice. It was because the next to the last person, nah. It's 2 incidents that ain't do shit but a little. Third person. Well, the first person out of 3 people. And I gave him the business. I said, yeah, I can see myself going to prison. So every time somebody would make me mad, upset me, say some shit to kind of get me back in that type of mode, I leave. I say something like, oh yeah, you know, people might be coming like, yo, you didn't hear me talking to you? Nah, I didn't. What you want? You know? Or I'll be like, yeah, I heard you. What you want me to do? You know? But sometimes I can get so mad. My instincts are kicking. And when I get that joke, I would quickly redirect my body. Now get in my car. Go the fuck home. I ain't even care if I was 8 hours away, 6 hours away, 2 hours away. Just so I wouldn't react. Because I knew if that person pushed my buttons then, they gonna keep doing that shit. It's like people want it. And I said I ain't gonna give it to them. And even though that worked, suppressing it made me a little bigger. Okay? And it had my emotions out of whack. That's what the anxiety, depression, and all that was the emotions. And I would realign my emotions with exercise. You know? And it just told me as I got older, instead of like the lesser part to exercise, I need to up the ante and just get to the boxing, like the real shit. So I can guarantee, you know what I'm saying, my black ass and cool or calm down. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like what they would call a hothead. There's women hotheads out here too. But let me tell you what, just after I put that part of myself back the way God told me to, you know, they said some shit to me where I was just like, what the fuck? But it made me think. It's going to make y'all think too. So it ain't no imagine, because it was the truth. But after people come and want to just take your life away, and God tell you some shit like, you know, I'm wondering, like, who am I going to fight when I'm in this arena? And it's like God was like the referee. And he was walking, and then he was going like this. And I was like, that's the audience. He said, no, that's all your enemies. I said, what the fuck? I said, huh? How? Huh? I said, oh shit, one person can have all them motherfucking enemies? Damn. You know? But I'll be serious, but I have a smile and I'll be like, what the? And I'll be mad all at the same time. Every emotion will just. And I did sit down and I was pondering, like, so how the fuck am I gonna beat all of these motherfucking people? I'm like, I don't even know this many people. And I'm like, yo, who the fuck are these people? You know? And God's like, yeah, these people from your past lives with an S. I said, you can do that shit? I said, yo, you playing, right? I'm going to tell y'all. One of my ancestors was like, yeah, we playing. No. I was like, okay, my bad, Joe. But, damn hot. It's like, you can't escape shit when God comes. You know, when the celestial realm can tap into you, woo, you know what I'm saying? And they show you, it's like a motion picture. You know, real time. And I'm processing it. I'm processing. You know, but I'm like, yo, I gotta fight all these motherfuckers. Damn, I gotta get my nails taken off. You know, I'm thinking like that. They're like, nah, sit down. I'm like, I'm sitting. And Mother God was like, sit your spirit down. Them words alone humbled the fuck out of me. Number one, it's kind of like your spirit and your soul is attached to you from your first cord. Your first, like, tether. And when they say, sit your spirit down, it's like, that's some serious shit. I knew then, yeah, that 3D shit over. You know what I mean? But this where y'all people had fucked up at. Man. God was like, don't worry about it. You good. You come from your mama. You come from me. You my daughter. Use your magic. I said, magic, nigga? I don't know no fucking magic, nigga. You know, ain't nobody ever teaching no goddamn magic. What the fuck? You know? God said, you lying. I said, what the I don't know no magic. I said, oh, I'm fucked. I am fucked to holy high hell. Oh, shit. And then I said, well, I guess this is my bottom. I got to come up out of this shit. You know? God was like, yo, Joe, you for real? Like, dude, I don't know no magic. None. Mother God confirmed that shit with my intentions. And that nigga was pissed at all of y'all motherfuckers. Because he instantly knew. All y'all motherfuckers knew that shit too. And guess what God said? Who the fuck have I been talking to if I ain't been talking to you? I said, shit, I don't know. I don't know. Then the motherfuckers start showing me all y'all in different languages, different parts of the world, different. I said, oh shit. He said, shut your protection down. I said, all right. I said, how you do that? You know what I'm saying? And easiest way, I had to think of my most aggravating person that's been around me the majority of my life. But the person can go somewhere, you know? And I'm like, all right. And then, make sure my mind grasp what the fuck was going on. Circle the globe in my brain. I turned off my emotions, my feelings, my love, support, care, all that shit. And I said, I ain't supposed to care about nothing but God anyway. Alright, fuck it. He said, you gotta drop him like you don't know him. And that's when you understand feeling a different way. Because I understood what God meant. It's like, God'll be like, yo, that's your cousin, but they ain't your cousin. It look like your cousin on the outside, but the shit that's in your cousin, nah, that shit ain't of you or me. I ain't doing shit to look, no, and you not getting on my fucking bed. No. So, I had to look at the inside. Inside is based on how people treat you. That's what's showing the outside. And you know when somebody faking it. Sometimes you ain't even gotta call them out on their fake shit. Sometimes you can just be like, you know what? I hear my mama calling me. And they're like, well, your mama don't even live here. Your mother live. Oh, nah, she called me on the phone. And they're like, I ain't hear your phone ring. Damn, motherfucker, you nosy as fuck. Like, I ain't got to have my ring on. Damn. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta, you can't keep fucking with shit that's gonna keep you hot, like you're upset. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's my charger. So, when that was confirmed that I ain't no goddamn magic, God decided we are gonna dwell in you. You're gonna have me and your mama And you're going to have all your ancestors all the way back to the beginning of time. And I was like, shit. And beginning of time in my mind, I saw like a black samurai. Because it was like, you know, one of them was like my great-great-great-grandpa or some shit like that. And it was on some shit like, they was like reading me his resume. And the nigga was talking back to me. I was like, this shit cool. The only time it ain't cool is when I gotta hear all the fuck shit from people. So I ain't like that. You know, I don't want to match the voice with the face and the shit you be doing. That's how I gave y'all motherfuckers some leeway and just try to talk to you about some stuff. Whether you listen or not, that shit on you. But you should listen. I mean, damn. But anywho, I just said okay when they told me that. And I would just allow them to utilize my vessel. Just like y'all utilize my vessel. In a negative way. The positive way is let God use it. So it was like y'all was in there at the same time. Battling the shit out. I could feel it. Recognize it. And I would make the appropriate changes. You know, you don't want to listen when a person tell you something. Then you get the wrath. And then you don't want to listen to a person when they tell you they got mother and father God, or their mother and father God is really their parents or whatever, or they didn't already came here and they entered my vessel because it was going to be like an unjust no. No, Tulip, no. I got a pushy ass fucking dog. No. Ugh. She don't even want shit. She done ate and shit already. And then if I get up and I take her ass outside because it's raining, she gonna want to come right back in. You know. But when there's like an unjust, like injustice, or just a big ass fuck up for a long ass time, you know, God ain't gonna let nothing happen to you. Because he knows what everyone is doing. Just like he knows what everyone is not doing. You know. And I understood why everybody wanted me to just do bad shit. Just so they can go in the spirit using my own energy and be like, look, God, look what she doing. She did this right here. And you're going to be surprised when God be like, bitch, I know it's you. What the fuck? You can be like, oh my God. Just like how y'all be saying to me. Like, you better stop talking to me like that. I be like, bitch, you still a bitch. I don't give a fuck if I know your name or not, or I don't. You doing bitch shit to me, so use the bitch. I ain't giving you a different name. And to be honest with you, when everything was being named, that's how the shit was being named. If that's how you was acting, if that was already a word somewhere else, they just brought the word here. You acting like a bitch, just what you is. You know, you start to change that, your name change. You know? So, don't know what I want to say. Well, I do, but I just, Sometimes people think certain things I say I'm being cocky. And it's not that at all. What I want you to get is this. God is not always nice all the time. He's not an evil tyrant all the time. He's not benevolent all the time. It's like God is everything. And it's like God is like whatever you're doing, God turns into that. Whatever God needs to do to teach you the lesson, that's what God turns into, So when you're presented with certain things, you have to address it. And I had addressed when people would say things about me, or come at me a certain way, or think I'm this other girl, and I'd be like, nah, yo. And a dude could be like, yo, don't I know you? No, nigga, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Because soon as somebody say that they know that person. You know what I'm saying? But God is all the elements. It's the universe. My titties look wobbly. It's the universe, the galaxies, the cosmos. It's that bigger shit. It's that bigger than Earth shit. It's that larger than life. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean no harm. But when God deal with shit like meteors, earthquakes, tornadoes, aliens, that's what we call them. Wars, fighting for positions, building new worlds, exploring new worlds, oceans, can go in the oceans, can go mountains, can go like galaxies, it's just, the rough terrain. I don't know why people just don't think like not to fuck with them or her. It's just, and I'm just telling you how my mind works. Yours don't have to work the same way as mine. And if your mind leans more towards the people that was doing all that fucking around on me and just dumbass shit, well, at least you know ahead of time that shit ain't gonna get you winning, not a motherfucking thing. But when they got technology that's more advanced than what's here, and they can get through holes and portals and do crops and shit and solve all the shit in the motherfucking world, go to another goddamn planet, blah, blah, blah. Why the fuck is y'all humans on some shit like, yeah, I don't believe her, or yeah, I'm God too, or let's see, let's test God out. And God didn't mind you testing him or her out. Like they knew that was what was going on and that was a thing. You know what they mind? That you didn't acknowledge that God was real and that God exists and that you wouldn't even be here without God. It's kind of like what God was explaining to me. Your energy covers protection for the whole world. And there were times I could take on a whole lot of shit and not know how many people was pulling from me. And I would still be regular, you know? And so when you start to understand that tough situations don't be tough for you no more, you're growing. That you've adjusted, you're growing. You know, that you've relied on God and it's showing, you're growing. You know, you're perfecting your craft or your skill, you're growing. Just as long as it's in the positive. It can't be on that shit like take a motherfucker life. Because see, when you messing with a God life, all the way to a motherfucking devil life, they like to come around you. They like to look you in your motherfucking face. Okay? And they like to see what you about. You know what I mean? It won't no spiritual fight. It was an actual physical fight. Not like the boxing ring and the rounds and that shit is over. Nah. You close to dead. And y'all don't get the spot unless somebody say, hey, I respect you, bro. Lady, I ain't fucking with you. You got it. So when y'all just want to do a little spiritual shit and hide behind closed doors and not show your faces and online and all that dumbass shit, it's cowardice. You know? So you can't want to physically fight anyone when you really don't know how to mentally fight, emotionally fight, spiritually fight, financially fight. But you tested me on all those shits. And then you was like, fuck, she passed. Damn, she passed. Why this bitch keep passing? How she do that? I use my goddamn brain. Legs closed, brain open. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I said this before. But I'm making sure I put this shit on the camera. Nobody is fucking with my life. You think you're going to get away with it. You ain't fucking with my money and thinking you're going to get away with it. You ain't fucking with my family and thinking you're going to get away with it. I don't care how fucked up them motherfuckers is. I'm telling you. You ain't putting my name in none of your shit and think you getting away with it. And I told motherfuckers to their face the same shit. And I told motherfuckers, when I get well, and when I start digging down my rabbit hole, I don't want to hear shit. But sometimes you think you slick, like you ain't gonna, get caught. And what everybody never thought about was the fact that you called me to get you out of shit. Or you use my energy to get you out of shit. What the fuck? So you still using me to get out of shit. But you don't want to give me credit for shit. Don't want to give me no money for shit. And then you're going to take everything. And then you think you're going to get away with it because I ain't see you do it. My energy seen you do it. You know, them invisible eyes can see good as fuck. You know, that's that spot on got them for real. So it's like the games you play. Excuse me. That shit old. God ain't allowing them fucking games. Them games get you beat the fuck up. I meant 3D, 12D, 13D fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And they don't wait till you die till you get to them. No, they come here. They just fuck you up. On site, fuck you up. Because you called on them. Whether you knew they was from another planet or anywhere, you called on them. You called on their cousin. You might have called on their mama. You called on them. Either way, you ain't treat none of them fucking spirits right. And you had them doing a whole lot of shit. But because that veil won't lifted, they couldn't do shit to your ass. If that veil lifted, they can fuck your ass up. That's what y'all folk don't understand and didn't understand. Do you know everybody that was down, suppressed, and not able to just get justice? They ain't weak. Like they on your ass. Like it's the ancestors you killed. It's your family that's in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? It's them graves you dug. It's that life insurance that you got in that pool with them folk, and that person ain't even your family. You know? It's all the fuck shit that you did when people was alive and when they died. And to the gods, and to the spirits, and to the demons. Like, all of them got get back. You know? So people don't look at justice in that manner. You just look at the shit on some 3D shit. No. You paying for what's not here. Your mind has to coincide or figure back out where you fucked up. It's with the shit that is not here. When you're reborn with another chance to figure yourself out, to get shit right. Real right. So you don't gotta redo this same motherfucking planet. You can keep going to the next fucking planet. You know, because this is the planet where you gotta learn some lessons before you even get any blessings. Okay? So if your higher self, I don't care if you're on fucking Pluto, and you did some shit Pluto don't motherfucking like, and guess where everybody go to? Earth to get their lessons? You at the motherfucking beginning. And you got to work your way back from Earth, all the other planets, back to Pluto. The only way you can skyrocket the motherfucking Pluto, you got to do some magnificent shit on motherfucking Earth that's so out of this world, they gotta be like, after this, yeah, go. Yeah, that's where you want to be at, go. What do you think is magnificent on a love planet? All right, let's say this ain't the love planet. Let's say this might be the fear planet. But the highest frequency is love, and you decide to use it. And it trumps fear because it's the highest vibration. That means fear don't exist. But you got the world to see and understand fear don't exist. Right? And you do it on a big, grand scale. You know what I'm saying? So, guess where I'm going? Not go wherever. Saturn, Jupiter, Nibiru, Mars. You know what I'm saying? Uranus, Pluto. Because I earned it. You know? Understand, anything you see on TV has been done before by somebody. All of it ain't an illusion. All of it ain't fake. The world is actually about, I think, 150 to 200 years ahead of actually what we see and use. Okay? And if you thought like that, I want you to think this way. If I want to move things forward, that means I got to get into that forward shit for the better. And the way I need to do that is I want to help bring all that shit that's hidden with those extra 200 years of ahead time that the world is really in, that they don't give us access to or privy to because they feel like we are not worthy to have it, but we are because we're the people that change it and move it forward. Because your ancestors did these things already. There are so many things that people in power can't solve because they need the problem-solving people. I'm not saying that the other people aren't problem-solving people. But when you have lessons and you have blessings, right? You got to pass that lesson to get the blessing. And the ones that solve all the things that have been unsolvable are the people that's getting the blessings because they've already learned the lessons. And the only way you're going to figure that out, you got to tap in within your God, within you, to unlock the rest of your DNA. And then God's going to tell you your position, your rank, what you doing, where you at, where you going to go, what you was doing before, da-da-da-da-da. Then speed that shit up. You're going to get rid of them curses. You're going to try your damnedest and your hardest. Because even when I thought I knew about curses and blessings, I didn't know that randoms, they ain't gotta be your family. Like these motherfuckers from 20 lifetimes, over 20 lifetimes, they ain't my motherfucking family now. Okay? But these people can still tap into you, have access to you, and you don't know that they got access to you. And they could put a curse, a hex, all the shits on you. And you don't know. Only way I was able to really find out and figure that shit out, shit was changing. And shit was changing rapidly. And it was like these are some different kind of men. These are some real super, what the fuck? You know? I didn't know at the time that a person or people had put a curse on me for me to only meet certain type of folk. You know? I didn't know that. And on top of it, I'm not on no dating sites or nothing like that. I ain't out here saying I only like certain kind of people type shit. But somebody else was doing that. And so I didn't know that was a curse. And I didn't know that what's that shit? That any random motherfucker could put a curse on you, especially if you're the chosen one. And guess what? When they put the curse on the chosen one, then that shit can affect the whole fucking family. What? You know? And because it's all this shit done in secret, you don't know. And this could be a person that you probably go to church with, maybe a neighbor, a person that you just met at the grocery store, or an actual fucking family member. But when they can look into you, read into you, and try their best to steal from you, your life start turning the shit out of nowhere. Yeah, go see what the fuck's going on. And then reassess who the fuck you're around. And then start digging down your rabbit hole. You know. And you call on God to ask you. To help you. You know. It's no more masking and hiding and then looking for blessings from deities to get something. You gotta get it out of your own mud. Because see what those deities did, whether they was Native American, whether they were Egyptian or Greek, Indian, it don't matter. Roman, whatever the lineage, it doesn't matter. Whatever they were, they earned their stripes. Just like I earned my stripes. And when you are saying to yourself, well, why the fuck is her life still cool and chill when we doing this, and that? Because when you looked into my motherfucking Akashic records and God already had put in that bitch that ain't no strife gonna come to her and ain't want nobody supposed to be putting me through all this dumbass shit, God gonna honor that bitch. Because that's what's supposed to have been for me anyway. It won't for people to be stealing and in there taking and fucking around, you know, and then trying to have me look unworthy when it's clear that in my Akashic records, I have always been worthy. Get it? So even when you took it upon yourself to think for me and say, nah, she ain't worthy. She don't need it. We ain't giving it to her. Yeah, we gonna keep her under this prostitution, what is it? Identity or whatever. We gonna be slandering the shit out of her, but it ain't me that's actually doing all the fuck shit. It's them. But if they get to look like me, you know, that's supposed to count. You know what I'm saying? Even this is for the talk. God even getting you for your talk. God getting you for your actions. God getting you for your lies. God getting you for, your court stuff. God getting you for your impersonations. It's like all of that. Because guess what? Even when I didn't know, I still wasn't doing none of that shit. And even when I did know, I still wasn't doing none of that shit. What's up?
Which one are you using?
For what? What do you mean?
Because I'm going to send a code, and I'm making sure it's not the one that you're recording on.
Oh, you can send the code to the 7431. What code is it for? Because that phone over there. Well, I'm about to get off of here anyway. I've been on here a minute. So, take what you can. Learn some shit and keep learning some shit. Don't ever think that you done learned every damn thing. You're welcome, baby. Just keep learning. That's what's gonna keep your ass out of fucking trouble. Okay? Alright. And if you wanna fuck all the time, fuck somebody that's gonna teach some shit. Okay? Don't fuck no dumb motherfucker that ain't gonna teach you nothing and get you in trouble and shit. Since y'all wanna be doing all this damn fucking and shit. Fuck somebody gonna teach some shit. Good shit. Not that bad all the time. Alright now. Later, folks.